Howdy. Been a bit. Been doing some prep work. Got caught out in the rain yesterday. It was not fun. But that's that's honestly the price you deal with to get groceries. No, luckily no. I just hate being wet. Although, knock on wood, that maybe I don't get something in the future. As it's seeming, I'm gonna have to get an about a bit more. But I mean, no need to beat around the bush. We all know what we're here for. But I gotta be honest, farming some of those weapons were a nightmare, especially. Okay, no, the Haley tree shields weren't that bad. Also, I'll talk more about that. Boy, wind, you're doing amazing back there. Ooh, nearly blew me over. And here we are. Oh wow, I'm small. Hold on, I need to get closer. There we go. Latest patch, yeah, it's the one that added the, thank you. I figured if I'm going to use, if this is a fashion ranking, you might as well be fashionable. Hmm. I see. But yeah, I farmed farmed and just picked over multiple playthroughs, picked up 2 of everything. I had no reason to do this other than I wanted to, and since I have them, I figured, well, might as well. Of course, first things first in this little ranking dealio. Wait, hold on. Boom, a tier list. This one had everything, but also included spells and the like. Let's change these up. Throw this in. We'll change them up later. Just your basic little ranking deals. Now, where is that? Serpent Hunter, Serpent Hunter. Ah. No fashion at all. You can't do wield something you could only have one of. uh, uh, it's so disappointing it made my throat clog up with mucus. Just absolute disappointment. Look at that. There's your power stand. There's your dual wield. For shame. You don't even keep your cool moveset out of the boss fight. At least they made the correction in Dark Souls 3 and let the Storm Ruler do its weird storm thing. Yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't count that anyways. Because, like, the normal person who wants to do this isn't gonna go out of their way. Unless they're, like, really driven to do that. So I wouldn't count it. But yeah, no, I knew it was, like, possible at one point. But I wouldn't count it anyways. For shame. What a pathetic weapon. Unable to get 2 of them. It doesn't really make sense either. Like, what reasons does it have to lock you to 1? I knew that it was a test, and you passed. You didn't miss much, anyways. I was just being disappointed in the Serpent Hunter. Like, I mean, we're gonna be in it for the long haul, because not only do we have all the weapons to go through, so going, we got the bows, which, I mean obviously they're sort of at a inherent disadvantage due to bows being a two-handed thing aesthetically. Crossbows, wands, seals, torches, and shields. No, yeah, I know. But I said 2 of everything, and that means 2 of everything. It's all about fashion, not necessarily utility. Not even at all about utility, actually. It's all about fashion. But here, we have our first actual contender with the obvious out of the way. Daggers. It's sad because it's the Serpent Hunters. They knew what happened earlier. But you are right. We do need a little something. So this is pretty right there. Let's see. Good thing I got like a bunch of music just on my computer. Man, now it's just dramatic. Okay then. Is this? And this is just. I have no idea if this will work. It probably will. This and that. No, I'm on this bit. Alright then. Can you hear that? I do not know. Tell me. Well, maybe a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I just put on the Dark Souls 3 soundtrack. Either way, tell me. Oh yeah, your challenge character, yeah. Yeah, if y'all watching who don't know, Huggins currently doing a challenge on where she's trying to do a bunch of challenges, which includes beating up the Shard Bearers as a level 1 character. To over 200 attempts. I do not envy your position. Either way, now, with all of that, daggers. I mean, yeah, that's good at least. I mean, they're plain, they're simple. To the point. You are carrying just 2 knives. That's, that's pretty average, pretty run of the mill. Not something you're like too disappointed in, but it's just fine. It's not standout, but it sends the message that, hey, I'm holding 2 knives. I'd like to see you try and stop me. Yeah, not everything needs to be just a ginormous fashion statement. Sometimes simple and effective is all you need. The Parrying Dagger. I don't know why, but those little cross guards, they're kind of doing something for me. I don't know why, but I'm liking them. Like the cross guards, it adds a sort of aesthetic flair, and I'm liking. Is it enough to get above a rank? Oh yeah, there you go. For right now, I think it's like a very high B. Oh yeah. I forget how loud the Dark Souls 3 intro can be. But no, yeah. Whether or not it'll be better at the moment, we'll just see. It's if it doesn't go up a rank, it's definitely like top of B tier. Like simplicity to a fine point. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that because I ain't French. Ah, think you probably are going to have to remind me. Because, like, I have my OBS preview over here, and I can see it. But for some reason, it just does not process in my mind, like, hey, Tuba, mind turning off the tier list? Either way, yeah. This is like a French-ass name that I definitely can't pronounce. And, you know, the thing I said about the parrying dagger is that crossguard. It added a little something. I'm not getting that. I'm not getting the feeling from this. I mean, the blade itself, I think it goes well. Misericorde. Ooh, that's a huge critical modifier. Ooh, but fashion-wise, two of them together. I mean, the blades go well together. But I don't know, that crossguard just seems just a little bit clunky. I don't think it's necessarily like a C tier worthy thing, but I definitely put it below the regular dagger. I think this is it. Oh yeah. Effective-wise, almost certainly better. It'd be pretty above any other dagger, like most likely. But fashion-wise, fashion's name of the game here. The name's good for its standout thing, but together, a team effort, or not. Ooh, the great knife. Ooh. I'm getting a good feeling about this. Oh. Yeah, that checks out. Yeah, just like a Steve Irwin like type of look. Just go out there, you're like, this is a knife. Ooh, with the dagger sheaths. I mean, that's because I'm wearing a dress, but. Oh yeah, they do look reliable. Nice and tough. It sends like a better, like an even stronger thing than the regular dagger. Like, not only am I holding a knife, I'm holding big knives. But do I like it more than a parrying dagger? Oh wait, no, that's. You hear that sound? That's some swishing through the air. Ooh, yeah, that's happened when you run into those specialists. But yeah, you hear that? You hear that sound? That's satisfying. Yeah, okay. Just to give them a fair comparison. Because I don't feel like the aesthetics of these two, the sounds will make up for it. Let's see. Oh, it's the same sound. Okay, so dagger sounds very pleasing. Tell you what. I like them, I'd say about the same. So it gets in the same league of the parrying dagger. They both sort of excel what it means to be a knife. Bloodstained dagger. Now these are what those demi-human, demi-humans, yeah, demi-human like chieftains use. Ooh, this ain't looking good. The long, well, not to get maybe one. Okay, one of them I was like, eh. Two of them. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get stabbed by it, but would it be something I want to use? I mean, now these just look straight up like a kitchen knife. Like you go, like very dinged up, but like you go to carve up a piece of meat, cut some vegetables. Yeah, no. These look like I'm about ready to go like fruit ninja on some like potatoes or something. I'm gonna carve up a piece of meat. Yeah, no, this ain't really doing it. Like, yeah, I might as well just be using an actual kitchen knife at this point. We have it, folks. Our first D tier. Maybe we'll have to add in a new one for like things that are just like truly disappointing, but I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh, hey Rebel. I see you've gone satanic. Satanic, if I were to say it right. The Urge Steel Dagger. One of the few you can get multiple drops that you get multiple of throughout the game. Like they drop only from there's only like specific ones you can get. Well, howdy. Welcome to the fashion ranking. And yeah, these are a statement. Curved. Oh, look at that. That's ornate. Nice and fancy. Oh, and look at the sheaths. With the great knives, I felt like maybe the sheaths like sort of took away a bit. I feel like these add with the curve. Oh yeah. And that just looks satisfying, especially if they have the curve looks like in the thrown out arms. That's a good knife. In fact, I'm liking them a lot better than the parrying dagger too. Now where the hell is it? I think this. Yeah, no, this is it. Sends a statement. I'm good. I did some grocery shopping. Got caught out in the rain. I'm here. The entire grocery shopping rain day was yesterday, but you know, I'm here doing fashion. Because I gotta make use of all the hours I spent getting to everything for something. Ah, the Wakazashi. Now then, if I remember correctly, you can actually use power stance these with katanas. Yeah, and it even uses the. I'm pretty sure this is the katana power. Yeah, this is the katana power stance thing. I'm pretty sure, like, Okina, the invader who uses Rivers of Blood, uses one of these with, Rivers of Blood. But I mean, yeah, rather simple. I mean, it's supposed to be paired with a katana, so it checks out. So a little bit on the plain side. Ah. You hate to hear that. For both of you, even. Is dealing people at work and just crash internet. So, I mean, from a dagger. Okay, now here's the question. Do we rank it in League and compare it to katana or just dagger? On its benefits as a dagger. Because if I'm to think about it, because I like to think about it in terms. Yeah, no, still a dagger. Like the light stuff, but the power stance katana. I feel just alright about that. No, the gimmick, it's nice, it's interesting. I feel it's just a bit plain. But not plain doesn't necessarily mean bad. It just means, you know, like, yeah, okay, that's average. I see it. I appreciate it. A nice hearty mid-tier. I'd say like above the regular plain dagger as like a sort of middle of the road deal. It does what it does. And it does it well, I think. But just doing what it does well ain't enough to stand out. Ah, the Celebrant Sickle. One of the weapons that I had an annoying time getting. Now these ones, alongside with all the other Celebrant stuff, you get 10 runes upon hitting something every few seconds. Made of bone and used to presumably peel the flesh off of things. That's what I assumed they were doing in the Windmill Village. Oh yeah, you can say that again. But fashion-wise... Like it has that cobbled together bone kind of look. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, look good. Do they look professional? No. But they have a sort of cobbled together look. There's a artistry to their ruggedness, I like to think. Oh, a friend gave you a present. That's nice to hear. But you know, they look nice, they look rugged. Oh, and they got some flowers tied to them too. I don't think it's definitely out of mid tier, but I would like to maybe like directly between the Wakazashi and the regular dagger. It's like, yeah, that's like perfectly run of the mill. Could it stand to make a better fashion statement? Maybe. Once again, hold on. There we go. Okay, that should handle any all potential volume problems for the rest of this. The ivory sickle. Okay, I know you can pick these up, but I immediately have forgotten where you get these. Oh, it's an Albanuric weapon. Albanuric weapon. Okay, now you could consider this design-wise just a more like an actual properly made version of the like celebrant sickle, which is like a sickle knife thing in the first place. I will admit, the actual hook of it looks a bit nicer. And I do like the handle. I think the handles go together really well. And in movement, they look nice. No, yeah, I think aesthetics-wise, I think we're looking at something better than the Celebrant Sickle. Better than the Wakizashi? No, I don't think so. You know, I wouldn't assume it would have been that great. I don't even remember where you get this thing. I have two of them. Ah, the crystal knife. Ooh, whoa, that's an ugly knife. I mean, it's a jagged piece of rock. If you had wanted as a sharp rock, there you go. Ooh, wait, look at that. Wait, look at that reflection on it. Just like slowly moving around. You know, yeah, like if it was gonna go for the jagged rock kind of bit, they should have committed. This just looks like a piece of rock candy, if I'm gonna be honest. They should have gone a bit nuts with it, make it more jagged. And like, we'll reach something that is like ugly, looks ugly, and looks good doing it. Or at least alone. You know, this one is just... It's too smooth. It fails at looking cool. That is a D tier right there. Below the bloodstained knife, even. The Scorpion Stinger. Those servants of Rot were just worshipping this thing. Well, I mean, okay, it was inside wherever they were worshipping. This is a scorpion style, yeah. Crafted from the relic of a sealed outer god. Oh yeah. It has that grotesque feel to it. Literally just ripped off the tail of a scorpion, put it onto a handle. Oh, you can even see it's like all fleshy on this side and then like, you know, actual handle on the other. Though I'm kind of mixed on this. Because the actual made part, like the handle, I'm liking. The stinger, yeah, no, I'm feeling average about this. Maybe like a low B tier. It's not bad, per se. better than the French than this, but not quite better than the standard dagger. It has that grotesque feeling, and like in a good way. Just I don't feel like it makes just a bit too messy. Ordered chaos, so to speak. Cincada. Now, if I remember correctly, this is based on like an Italian type of knife. Find this off the Bestial Sanctum, and you can use it to boost your, well, bestial incantations. Cincadilla. Cincadilla, okay. Yeah, that sounds definitely better. Big. These are big for a knife. Ooh, wait, look at that. Look at that pattern on the metal. You can't I'm pointing at the screen, but you can't see that. But yeah, look at the pattern on the metal. And I'm not talking about the hand, I'm talking about the actual metal. Okay, I'm kind of digging that. Ooh, okay, they look... Okay, I like how they look together. The pattern on the metal. Oh yeah, this looks like I'm ready about to stab my hand and pull out the black blade. Pull out my blade of death with this. Okay, you know what? I'm feeling really strong about this. They send a really imposing message just alone. Like, I'm liking this quite a lot. I think we have our second A tier. I think the Erd Steel just a little bit better. But this definitely sends a strong message. Not too fancy, just something it's really simple and executes it perfectly. The Glintstone Crit. Yeah, I know. Now you get this is from completing Selene's storyline or quest line and siding with her. You know, this is a magic dagger. Look at that. It's got like the wave of like a flambage. Shoots some magic. That's fashionable. Ooh, fancy. Ooh, wait, and this is how it looks while having one in the offhand? Like you're ready to just strike with that? Making a Christmas surprise for streaming friends in America, 2 good friends. Oh, ain't that nice? But no, yeah, doing the full Asher War with another one in your offhand looks nice. And actually, yeah, now I just want to try this one out after this. Although I suppose after doing everything, I sort of don't have much else to do in this game. But okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. The etching. The detail work. The beautiful sheath. It's absolutely phenomenal. Ooh, yeah, no, I think we have our first S tier. Yeah. Okay, now I got one and everything now. Ooh, Deacons of the Deep. I love that. I love that one. Ah. Now, if I remember correctly, the Sanguine Nobles, I mean, there's that one invader who uses them, but also, I'm pretty sure the Sanguine Nobles just throw these at you. Like, they just throw entire, like, Reduvias at you. Reduvivia? I mean, being a dagger and doing bleed, I would imagine so. No, yeah, Now, the bloodstained dagger, it wishes it looked this, like, it mess you up this bad. Oh, no, yeah, look. And that looks like just, like, remaining flesh out of him. It even looks like it's dripping off with that jagged edge at the bottom. And that blood blade. And it's like curved, it really helps accentuates. Yeah, okay, you know, I was sort of like, okay, maybe they look a bit too clunky to be together, but no, seeing them together with movement, seeing how it looks in the offhand as you're doing this, I'm liking it. Maybe not quite A tier, but definitely top of B. Sorry, Parry and Dagger, we have a new champion. Nah, you go up the A. The Blade of Calling. The Kindling Man. The Blade of Calling, used by the Kindling Mating. I remember finding this and thinking, man, I'm sad now. And how fitting we use it in this arena. Gone to cause a flame, but still here. Nice and simple. Look at that smooth blade. Still got a nice curve to it. 2 curves, even, actually. You got this, which is like essentially the holy version of Black Blade. Yeah, it's not spectacular. It's not, well, I wouldn't say it's not spectacular. It's simple. A simple curved piece of metal. But in aesthetics wise, I'm afraid that's not gonna do much. It does look nice, but I don't think it's like A tier nice. I think it's a high B tier, but nothing more. Just short of Great Dagger. Our final knife. The Black Knife. Look at that. Look at that horrific design. And I say horrific not as in it's a bad design. I say horrific as in I don't want that going into my body. Like, you essentially get, if you get stabbed by it, you get stabbed like 4 different times. Oh yeah, you do get stabbed 4 different times. Look, that's 4 points right there. They're essentially stabbing you with a caltrop. Ooh. But I think the curvature of the blade may actually take away from this. Makes it look a little too over the place. Not bad. No, yeah, I remember. Oh, ooh, that's a point away too. Look at that. It takes away the other one. Although I'm pretty sure the Blade of Calling did that too. Yeah. Oh, but at least that one has a sheath to go into. Black Blade, it has nothing, though. Then again, how the hell would you sheath this thing? What kind of sheath would you... You'd need some kind of, like, puzzle box to put this thing in. No, yeah. I don't like. It's a good like. No, yeah. I'm talking like alone. I think it's a really cool looking knife. I'm talking about together. It's kind of like it kind of messes with the silhouette a bit. Ooh, but from this angle, it looks really good. Okay, now that I'm looking at it a bit more, like more angles, the curvature of the multiple points is kind of growing on me. Okay. A bit of a... Do I think it better than the Blade of Calling? No. Do I think it better than the Wakizashi? Yes. Alright, we have our knives, everybody. A full range already. The short sword. Like the dagger, but longer. No, yeah, this is literally just goes right next to the dagger. Straight sword, more like straight board. But I do, I think I like it a little better than the dagger. Nah, I like the dagger more. Because, I mean, it's a straight sword. You can't exactly mess it up. Long sword. Okay, now we got bookends for the dagger. I think I like this a little bit more than the dagger. No, is this one straight? I gotta tell, with these thumbnails, it's nearly impossible. Okay, just let me put this here for a second so I can just look at it. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the... I'm pretty sure... Okay, this is the straight sword. This is the long sword. Wait, no, is this the weathered straight sword? Yeah, these are all so basic. They look almost the same. What the hell is this? Okay, no, this is definitely a great sword. That's for later. Okay, and this is definitely a broadsword, so let's just put it up here to begin with. Put you right here for now, just so I can, just for reference. Yeah, long swords. Yeah, it doesn't help that the silhouettes and like thumbnails are so small. Okay, I'm just gonna say this is the longsword. And I'm pretty sure this is the... Like, the pommel looks like it should be, right? I'm just, like, hunched up next to my computer, just staring as close as I can. Okay, yeah. Okay, so going with what I'm assuming... Yeah, better, worse than the dagger. And this going with that, this is the long sword. Better. And that leaves us with the broadsword. Oh. Well. I mean, it's the standard swords anyways. Okay, it's like the parrying dagger. It has that curvature on the crossguard that I'm kind of digging. I don't think I like it to the same extent, but I am liking it. So you are the top of the swords, but you know, better than the Selbit sickle. Not better than the ivory sickle. Yeah. Oh. Beautiful slasher. Wait, pierce. Pierce damage. That's sort of antithetical, don't you think? Weathered straight sword. Ooh, okay now. Beat up. Ooh, but ooh, I think that battle damage may take away because I don't think the rest of it makes up. Like, no, wrong one. Cause like I don't think that. Ooh, nah. I don't think they look good together like that. Yep, they're weathered. They are weathered alright, I'll give them that. I don't think that helps the case. Better than the bloodstained dagger. Still not that good. Ooh, the dancer. Lord's one straight sword. Ah. If ever there were a more standard sword. Ooh, wait a minute. I'm liking the shape. I'm liking. Yeah, now here we got a proper sword. A nice shape, a nice design. It's simple. It's elegant. A high B tier, to be sure. I like it better than the Blackened Knife, but not better than the Bladed Calling. Because like two of these, they looked good together, especially in movement. Look at that. That symmetry right there. Okay, that all should be symmetry. And you know, the double red, well, sort of more red scabbards. I'm liking. The Noble Slender Sword. One of the more annoying ones to farm. Nighttime. But yeah, okay. The yellowing? Okay, I'm kind of liking. The scabbard, a bit plain. But I can dig it. You're not very long. Ooh, so long. I think that makes it help. It helps it. Look at that. That first strike. The length of it really sells it. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I'm liking that. How far out that reaches. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Oh, look at that. The fancy little etching on near the base of the sword. Ooh. Look at the Hungen's Tentacle level 1 lore. Now I gotta ask, how long did it take you to get this? Because I know it's a rare drop from an enemy. One of the nobles. But that's a very high B. You know, for me, I always get an accidental drop after having already farmed it. Alright, where are you? There you are. You, my friend, are very high A tier. In fact, I think you're the new top of A tier. A B tier, at least. Ooh, the cane sword. Another basic one. Ooh. Nah, that cane ain't selling it. Oh, and look at that edge. Look at that. Oh. It looks more like I'm ready to poke somebody than slash or stab them. Honestly, it looks like I should do like a thrust for the R2 instead of a slash. Now, yeah. But having two canes like this, just in your hands at the same time. Ooh. It's still a B tier, but I don't think a very high B tier. It just doesn't send that strong of a message to me. Not bad, not bad. But you gotta stand out. Now, where the hell is it? There it is. I like it better than... No, nah. Bottom B tier. You don't know, I like you a bit more than this. No, yeah, this is your spot. No, yeah. One of them, no, yeah, that I like. Two of them, no thanks. They don't pair well. Now, on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, these things are literally two to a hawk. These are literally meant to be two of them. Look at that. Oh yeah. They got little like holes, so they're not too heavy for the bird. Now, granted, you literally did rip these off of a bird, but still, these are meant to be dual-wielded. The Warhawks have two legs. They have two of these. Oh yeah. It's simple. It's very simple. Oh. Okay, I'm liking that. They're not like A2 worthy, but these are just, they're simple. They're elegant. It's like how we talked about the parrying dagger, where it's just simple elegance to perfection. I'll admit, because like one of the reasons I started doing this is because, well, while I was getting to everything, I was thinking like some of them I just had to get two of because they just designed to be two of them together. What the hell is it? There it is. So I thought, okay, I might as well get two of everything at this point. Ooh, I like it better than the Blade of Calling, better than the Great Knife. Not better than the parrying dagger, but still the same idea of it being simple and elegant. The Lazuli Greenstone Sword. Hey, the original article. Okay, now this is feeling... Okay, you know, when I was first looking at it, I was like, okay, maybe. But nah, this is... It's like I'm getting more disappointed by the minute. Like, once again, it just feels kind of like the Crystal Knife, where it's a wasted opportunity. You know, it doesn't feel very elegant. Like, it's not from a mage. Also, how did the Chris get it right? This one feels... It feels more clunky. And yeah, once again, it just does not take advantage of the fact that it has a crystal. You just go wild on the design and make it look ugly. We got a new D tier. You're like you're only fractionally better than the knife, the crystal knife. The Korean Knight Sword. But Carrion Knight Sword. I mean, it's like the Lord Sword straight sword, really. But you know, I'm not sure I like the blue coloring, to be honest. I think I like the red one. Ooh. And yeah, this in general, that sends a message. But two, I think that I just like red a little bit more than blue. But I will admit, having that that glintstone like sort of core thing in the middle of both swords, that's nice. Oh, okay, hold on, that's good. Especially when you hold in the second one, you have it's like you have the other one ready. Okay, well no, that still is a strong image. Oh, look at that. From like a front angle. Okay. Okay, I'm liking that. Okay, that's better than the Lord Sworn sword. But how much better? Ooh, yeah, better than blade calling, better than great knife, better than the blade. You know what? Okay. I don't think it's quite A tier. I think it's definitely a top of B tier. There are some design gripes I have, well, mostly just because I really like the color red. The blue one, I don't know. If the glintstone bit glowed a little bit more naturally, maybe that'd send it to A. Right now, top of B. Crystal. And while we're here, might as well look at the rotten crystal. Okay, now these are used by those crystalline enemies. The ones you get a poison break before you can actually start hurting. Why does the blade itself start so far from your hand? Like, what's the point of that bit? It looks like I'm it's like I ripped off the tip of a spear and I'm just grabbing that. Yeah, just oddly, it's more like a piece of obsidian than a crystal. Yeah, if this was like the tip of a spear, that'd be cool. And just because they're obviously together. Yeah, it's just a palette swap. And you know what? I like the color worse. So... Crystal sword. Not necessarily C tier, but... Okay, you know what? Yeah, no, it's like a C tier thing. Like, these ones I don't like at all, so we're making a new one. D. And these go here. And the rotten variant's joining it. It's not even top of D tier worthy. You know, the crystal doesn't even look that good, to be honest. Oh, wait a minute. This is supposed to be C. There we go. Ooh. Michaela. The Michaela Knight Sword. An ill-starred sword with no master. Wait, what's in the amber? So this is not glintstone, amber. Ooh. The studded nature. Oh. Hmm. You know, that is fancy. It sends a statement. You know what? Okay, I think I'm liking that. Oh, especially that pose you have when charging the second one. Oh, and look at that sheath. Simple. Oh, okay. Now comes in the special rule of like of weapons that can buff themselves. You gotta buff both of them. Ooh. Okay, this is good. This is really good. You know, if a weapon can like buff itself and it has like a visual buff, that is really good. Yeah, I think it's maybe a little bit too studded for its own good. But yeah, that makes that, so that kind of holds it back from being a higher A tier. What the hell? Look at this, is it? Yeah, like better than blood, not better than the other. The ornamental straight sword. Now this one is paired. But this one isn't about just having two of the same model. This is about having two of the weapon equipped. If that means it's to its detriment, maybe. Okay, wait, hold on. Just having 4 swords on your person, I'm kind of liking that look. And like, even if you like, you can like two-hand one. Man, if only we were a grafted scion. Because like, now I'm two-handing one of them. Oh yeah, and like the charged one. Though I can't count this charge attack. Wait, unless, oh, okay. You still keep it. Yeah, even okay, so even when only using one in your hand, you still keep the dual wield. Well, and just having with 2 of them strapped to your side, it's unorthodox, but I like it. It's a high B tier. Because, like, it still has that sort of, like, you're still just using a already dual-wielded, like, doubled weapon. But because it's intentionally meant to have 2 of them in your hand, it's really good. Yeah. There we go. The golden epitaph. Honestly, this just makes me feel like I'm about to beat somebody with a crucifix. Like I just ripped off a cross from a wall with old Jeezy Boy on it and I'm about to hit somebody with it. Ooh, no weapon buff. It's just a body buff. Master of magic. I'd like to think myself I am. No, it looks fancy. But does it look good when you have two of them? Ooh, I gotta say, no, it does not. I like the detail work on it. It's just that when you have two of them, I don't think they work that well. It's still like a pretty sword, and that raises it inherently. Like when it combined with itself, because they both. It's not like they're both ugly. There's not really any hexes like in the original Dark Souls, but it kind of is dark magic. I mean, you could argue the Blade of Death is like kind of dark magic. There are some like death-oriented spells, and I guess you could consider the Blood Boon stuff. But no, yeah, that's gonna hold it back a little bit. Yeah, just a C tier, where it's like, no, yeah, it looks really clunky with itself. It's like a high C tier, but it still looks real clunky. The Sword of Saint Trina. Yeah, dark monsters. Yeah, I'd like to think there are some here. Yeah. Ooh. Oh no, that's. Now it inflicts sleep, and that's cool. Oh wait a minute, weapon buff. Oh wait a minute. Okay. Oh, the slight purple glow, the haze. If it didn't have a weapon buff, I'd kind of rank it a bit lower. But with this, with the weapon buff, I'm liking that. I mean, it's one of the few things that use sleep, so I'm not that surprised. But with the dual, its plain design, nah, not that good. But with the weapon buffs, which is what I'm gonna count because the aesthetics is like the entire bit, where you get everything included. So the regular base design just it takes down a bit, but its weapon art, man. Or Ash of War, I guess. Not better than Tawakazashi, but I do like it with the weapon buff. Regalia of Aokide. Oh. It's like someone turned stained glass into a sword. Okay, so you got this in hand still. Yeah, it's like someone took like, yeah, it took like a stained glass like painting and turned it into a sword. Oh yeah, you got me there. It looks old. Not like the metal, it just looks like that. It looks like it rusted over. That or it just got covered with so much blood it rusted over. No, yeah, that's almost certain. It's probably both, to be honest. Oh yeah, no, yeah, they mesh together really good. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. A strong, simple design. What the hell is it? Is it? Yeah. Better than Talon. I don't know. I'm thinking like in the parry and dagger, just a smidge more. Okay, I think one of them gets a big A tier, but we'll get there when we get there. Okay, now here's one I was thinking about, and I was thinking, okay, that's gonna be like by default really good. You just have lightsabers. You just got lightsabers. I don't know what more I can say. Plus they have unique sounds. I mean, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Like, come on, that's great. Like, for right now, I think better than the Chris, yeah. Like, but just come on, that's cool. That's so cool. Alright, Sword of Night and Flame. Find this over at Ronnie's Digs. Sword of Night and Flame. You know, with it's double. I mean, alone, I kind of like its sort of duality thing. Because like you have the blue for the magic, and then like the red. It's not even really that red, to be honest. But yeah, alone is nice. I don't think the hollowed out look goes that good with itself. Like, I can see right through that, through the other side. That's a pretty sword, a very pretty sword. But I don't think it goes that good with itself. But because it's like inherently a pretty sword, I don't think it gets that low of a ranking. I'd say above Kane, like, probably, yeah, right above the Stinger. Ah, now we get into the great swords. And yeah, like the other one, these are just, get through these, because these are simple. The Bastard Sword. Now, okay, heavy weapons sort of get, like, a sort of inherent, like, plus, like, fashion to, like, things. They get, like, inherent fashion points, because you get one, you just hold one in your shoulder in the idle pose. So they just have an inherent sort of fashion buff like that. Yeah, Bastard Sword's simple. It's like the parry and dagger. But it's like, because it's crossguard sort of has like that parry and dagger curvature to it. I think I'll like a little bit more. Claymore. Interesting, more angular crossguard. Goes well together with itself. I like it better than the bastard sword. If only I could find it. There it is. Not much better. Not much better than the noble one. Iron Greatsword. Get these from the like the Misbegotten that uses these. Old, beat up, really thick crossguard. It's honestly like a miniature version of the Ultra Greatsword, if I'm gonna be honest. But you know, it sort of has a weathered charm. Unlike the other weathered stuff we've seen so far, I think its sort of beat up nature sort of adds a little bit of character to this. So, nah, it's a slab of meat, but I think it has a little bit of charm to it in that way. Plus, I think that pose with two of them look kind of good. But, not much of a high B tier. A little bit, just right under the regular plain dagger. Lord Sworn. Great sword. And it's like the... It's just like a worse version of the Lord... Like, worse looking version of the Lord Sworn straight sword. Just look at that. That rust near the base. Ooh, that is ugly. But no, that's not rust, that's leather. But no. Whatever it is, it does not look good. Yeah, no, that's ugly. That's a D tier, I think. Knight Greatsword. Okay, now we're working with something. Though, what is that angulature? What is that design? It looks more like a sort of piece you give to like a toy soldier. Although, okay, okay, with a closer inspection, a closer look. Ooh, and those, oh, that's a good looking scabbard. Or sheath. And that crossbit in the middle. Okay. My opinion is vastly improved of it now. I still don't like that weird gap, like right at the base of the sword. But it could be a lot worse. Me too. Now, what the hell is it? I'm pretty sure this is it. Yeah, right here. Right above St. Trina. Ooh. Okay, now we have a solid contender. It's a shame you can't use these like the Banished Knights that use them. Still a solid design. Although, oh yeah, okay, no, it's a beautiful scabbard. Once again, it's simple and elegant, done to like near perfection. Look at that etch work. Look at that etching. Yeah, no, look at that. It's simple and elegant. Where the hell is it? Did they forget it? Wait, hold on. I think this may be it. Just let me compare. Okay, no, yeah, that's it. Very high idea. Yeah, I like that. Wait, did I grab it then? Wait, was that the right one? Okay. Eh. I gotta stretch my leg. Or it's a great sword. Get these from the imps that use them. And they can definitely use it a lot better than you can. At least they hit like a truck when they're using it. I gotta say. That's not doing it for me, man. That ain't doing it for me. The jump attack looks nice. Though I can't say that I can't say I'll be winning any beauty contest points, which unfortunately that's what this is. But at least it's not trying to be something it isn't. So I think that's like a straight C tier. Like the only way you can be bad is if you try to be something you're not. Like these. I'm looking at you. And you. Flamberge. Okay. Actually, it's like a much cleaner version of the Lord's Horn Greatsword. And plus it has that little, that blade curvature. Okay, now that I'm hearing this, because this is like the Lothric and Lorien theme from Dark Souls 3, I'm actually surprised there isn't like another weapon you can just combine with another one. You know, fashion-wise, I'm liking this. Maybe not an A tier, but definitely a high B tier. And I know I've seen you plenty of times. I like you better than the Regalia. Better than the Parrying Dagger. And I think you're about right there. Oh man, you don't. Back in the Dark Souls 3 days. That takes me back. Gargoyle. I meant to change the time and I just didn't. Oh yeah, Gargoyle. Yeah, I was thinking like, you know, Gargoyle sword. Ugly. The corpse wax, it has that, you know, that rugged look, but it definitely don't look pretty. Damn it. Okay, fine, that's funny. Then, not that good, no. And then, ooh. Oh, no. That just looks worse. It has a unique thing. That's all it's going for it. Because at least the other one stays on your back. But no, yeah, that, ooh, that is... One is C tier, the other is D tier. Actually, wait, no, they're both D tier, if I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so your offense isn't too bad, so you get to be like top of D tier. And where's your bro? Nah, you are just plain ugly. Uglier than this thing. No, yeah. Inseparable sword. Yeah, that one for completing D's quest line. And of course, since it's a weapon that can buff itself. Looks pretty, especially with the glow. I think it executes it fine, but with two of them? You know, I think with two of them, it looks even better. So let's just give it the buffs real quick. I think even, like, it looks... Okay, this is one of the ones where I think it looks better without the buff. Because it's like, it inherently has that duality of gold and silver. Yeah, because, like, you know, it's D and his brother. D. This is nuts. Okay, I couldn't resist. But no, yeah. Okay, that looks... Okay, yeah, no. The gold and silver, they complement each other well. Especially since, like, this is, like, gold to gold, like, it's silver to silver connection. Bottom, like, top one, bottom is silver. Bottom one, top is silver. Once again, it's just a simple, really nice aesthetic. Yeah, no, it's a great A tier sword. You know, better than this one, even. Actually, no, top of A tier. Actually, no, I'm liking it so much that color coordination, you get to be bottom of S tier. It's like an extremely solid design and color coordination. Ah, the Sword of Milos, owned by a horrific bastard. But I can't deny, that looks gnarly. But it looks like I just ripped off someone's ribcage and I'm just swinging that around. Now, if that looks aesthetically good, I think it does. Two of them? Oh yeah, of like intentionally being ugly, it looks good. It's ugly in a good way. Ooh, I'm liking it I like it in movement. Ooh, how do you see him cross behind your back? Oh, just... Okay. Now, this is an A tier. Ugly. Horrifically so. In motion, you can just... It's like brutal in a good way. Like, for the same reason this one is. Right below Earthsteel. The Earthsteel dagger. Now, this is the other one. We had one screwdriver, here's the other. Excuse me. Oh, look, you can see some, like, little ruins. Ooh. Very beat up. It just kind of makes me miss the Executioner ones. Yeah, no, the runes don't stand out enough. If they glow just a little bit more, I think this could be a really good option. Right now, it's trying, and it doesn't go that badly, but it's still a C tier. You know what? You get some props. Worse have failed. Ah, Ordovis, the Crucible Knight. Alone, very pretty, very good. When combined, that unfortunately that's not doing it for me. Yeah, this is a sword and board combo right here. Sword and sword, not so much. Alright, it's up down to C tier. Yeah, no, better than the Executioner, worse than the Crystal. Although, nah, I'm not gonna judge on an armor. That's an outside factor. Alabaster Lord. Ooh. Honestly, it looks like an umbrella. That blade looks like an umbrella, like a folded up umbrella. Because, like, you can see, like, the curvature. Like there's the middle where it squeezes down, or it flexes out, then the tip of the umbrella. And I don't mean that in a good way at all. In case that wasn't apparent. It's not, like, I get it's ugly because it's supposed to be, like, made out of rock or gravity or whatever, but it's just ugly. This is a D tier. Bottom of D tier, even. Oh, yeah, bottom. Yeah, definitely bottom of D tier, actually. Ooh, Death Poker. I like it alone. You know, okay. Yeah, alone, I like him a lot. I don't know, just something about it to get with a second one. It just makes me feel like there's something just a little something missing. It just needs a little something else. Oh yeah. Although, let me just take a look around, because, like, I need another look around, like, the Lord Sword Greatsword to turn around on it. Let me just get some angles on this. Yeah, and imagine getting hooked, like, the actual hooks getting in. Like, because I like thrusting attack, or like this. Okay, yeah. Now, yeah, I don't think it's a high B tier, but it is a B tier. It's not as bad as it could have. It's not as bad as it could have been. Just like right below Celebrant Sickle. Okay. Okay. Now, we may know where this is going. I mean, come on. Come on. And just look at that. Easy S tier. And if I remember correctly, this was buffed to have a hitbox when you do that now. Because I remember when that used to not have a hitbox alongside with the Halo sight. But no, yeah, the Ghost Flame is just such a cool effect. In fact, I like it so much. It's currently top of S tier right now. Blasphemous Blade from good old Rykard himself. Okay, I mean, the tiny moving hands, or like tongues, maybe, they kind of add a little something. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Just keep notice, like, just pay attention to that design, that silhouette. Look familiar? That shape, it very much looks like the Banished Knight sword. Because, like, it has, like, there's a little bit difference. But, like, because, like, there's some, like, jewels on, like, the base of it. But the shape is very similar. Especially the blade. Wait, no, this is the one I'm thinking of. Which one am I thinking of? So, this one? No. Like, we passed one that had, like, lines on the blade. That made me think of it. Oh, well. I mean, yeah, no, but you said my thoughts exactly. It's more of a single blade thing. You wield one horrific monstrosity of a sword, not two. Or at least two of these don't work. Like, it's cool that the arms move. And that brings it up a little bit, but not that much. Sorry, Rykard, you were eaten by a snake for nothing. Just for, like, an average sword. No, yeah, I really don't like how that goes with itself. Bottom of C tier, even. Okay. I mean, come on. That's just really good. If only they didn't patch out the Misbegotten's, like, connection to Radagon. Because, you know, with that patched out, well, it's not patched out, but, like, the cut, like, reference to Radagon with those red-haired Misbegottens. Because, like, this is just straight up his marriage sword. Just in the middle of the consecrated snowfield. Like, essentially the middle of nowhere. Held by just a random Misbegotten. Was one of the legendary armaments the Moonlight Sword that Renala gave to Radagon? Just in a cave. But no, yeah, that aside, really good. Oh, and you get it on your back still when you're swinging it around. Yeah. Very good. They could have used a little bit of a sound design thing, because it's like a sort of light. Granted, it's reforged from like a Darkmoon greatsword, but still, it's still mostly light. So it could have used a little something. Better than Inseparable, but not better than. No, yeah, better than Chris. A solid S tier. Looks very good. If it had like a different sound, because it's like has that light to it, it could have been top of S tier easy. And speaking of Darkmoon greatswords, the Darkmoon greatsword. Oh, look at that. That's sort of like cosmic frost effect. Handheld, like a handheld blizzard. Oh, and look at that. Look at that look at that trail as you swing these around. Look at that trail. That's an easy S tier. Just short of Ghost Flame. Because Ghost Flame just looks too cool. Now then, Inseparable. A bit of a letdown. Shows you the Korean royal family knows how to make swords better than the god. Like, it's pretty. Well, not even really that pretty. Alright, I'm listening. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so that's why it wrapped around its hand around Radagon? Okay, hold on. Okay, that's cool. Just a general design thing, that's cool. That also makes why it just wrapped its hand around him during the transition cutscene make a lot more sense. I mean, okay, it's essentially like you're wielding the body of Jesus, but twice. Like, you somehow got two Jesuses, and you're just hitting people with them. Which, I gotta admit, I'm kind of liking. It's not S tier material. Maybe, like, low A. No, yeah. I think, like, bottom of A is a good spot. Oh, yeah, there it is. Bottom of A. This Zweihander. I mean, yeah. It's a giant two-handed sword. I don't know what else you want me to say. Average, middle B tier. Yeah, once again, we got our basic swords again. Yeah, right there. Now this one I just used to make the thumbnail. Because it'd be funny. Ooh, if that was a thrust, that'd be cooler. I mean, if you don't move, it looks nice. Okay, it looks kind of nice. Not much better, but still a good and sort of decent B tier. Yeah, right below the black knife. Watchdog greatsword. Another annoying one to farm, and well, ugly. It's not even as pretty as it could have been, because they mentioned in the description that that hole in the middle, there's supposed to be a jewel right there, and that someone just straight up stole it. So you're not even hitting, so you were taunted with the idea of a better looking sword. D tier. Worse than Bloodstained Knife. Oh, Golden Sword. Oh, no, yeah. I mean, this is just like, it just gives me the feeling of different. Hey, we're almost not even close, but yeah, you're right. We gotta speed this up. This, It's like, it gives me like the same feeling as a Watchdog. This, are very much prettier. No, yeah, let's hit the gas. It helped with all these like, if all these spells, but this is the only one that I saw that had shield as well. But yeah, this one just gives me the feeling of like just different Watchdog. However, the Korean, I mean the royal one, it's fine. I'm putting it like it's pretty, but unfortunately, a pretty face is all it's got. So right below Blade of Calling, you go. Now you know I can't. You know I just can't do that. I gotta judge it based on the aesthetics. Ah, the Royal Greatsword. Huh. It's bloodstained. I'd never noticed that. Okay, very pretty. It's like a prettier version of the greatsword, of the Ultra Greatsword. I feel like that's an A tier. Just right here. No, there we go. Rafted greatsword. Ooh, alone, good. Together, no. All right. No, yeah. It has, man. Good luck with your attempts. Hopefully your bones ain't returned to dust. Ooh. But no, pretty ugly. With two of them. I mean, yeah, it does, but that doesn't mean it's a pretty sword. It's cool. It really is cool, but I don't think two of them work that well. I think it's better than Fourth Greatsword. Not better than the Royal Relic one. No, yeah, I think alone, just like as a general sword design, really good. Ruins Greatsword. At this point, you're just hitting someone with a building. And you hear that sound? That's sound design right there. You really are just hitting someone with a building at this point. Call me the walking construction zone because I'm building wherever I go. And that doesn't work. It's more like walking, like the walking earthquake, to be honest. But an extra bit of sound design, it kind of earns points in my book. Like, I think we got a new top of beat here. Because pretty it is not, but you know what? No. The sound, I am a huge sound guy. The bottom, no, not S tier. Top of A. I was saying B when I meant A. Ooh, now Radon swords. Interesting way they get around just putting them on your back. Because, I mean, this is just how it looks when you have, if you just, like, sheath them both. So, that's interesting. But if you do an action that just, like, takes away your hands, the other one just disappears into the ether. So, that's gonna... It's like the ornamental straight swords, but kind of worse. In that case. Or in this, like, case. So, like, they're like, pretty and very interesting, but, like, in the end, not a... It's, afraid not. Around Scorpion. Godslayer. Ooh, look at that. Now that fucks. That fucks hard. And like, you get this on your back still. Like, the silhouette sells it, to be honest. So, and I think it sells it to such an extent, it's like a high A tier. Just short of being the Earth Steel Dagger. Now, Malekith's Blackblade. Ooh. That is an ugly sword. It's cool. It's a very cool sword, but also a very ugly one. Like, I will admit, I will give props because, like, the broken half of the blade is, it looks kind of cool. Wait a minute. Is that... Because, like, the thing with the Knight of the Black Knives is that they stole a fragment of death. Is that why it's broken? Because, like, it's missing a bit? Because it was stolen? If so, that's kind of cool. Okay, the movement's about what you're gonna get, to be honest. Unfortunately, ugly. We have a long way to go. I think, yeah, uglier than the Blasphemous Blade, to be honest. Alrighty. Rapiers. We are not even a fraction of the way through. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so. Hmm. So, let's just ditch the tier making thing. Because, like, it's so much that, and the thumbnails are so small that I'll get lost anyways. So, just speed run the rest of these, just give my thoughts on them. And just, like, a quick, like, ranking. Because, like, at the end, that's all you can do. Excuse me. So get rid of this. We don't need the tier list bit anymore. And just keep the Dark Souls music going. Okay, but rapiers. I mean, nice, simple. I mean, I don't know what more you could ask for. It's a B. Like a mid B tier. Ooh. Okay, now it's going for like S-Stock. S-Stock. It's like it just makes me think back to the like the Lord Sworn swords, especially the Lord Sworn straight sword, and it just makes me like think about them because honestly, they pulled this off like the dual wield a little bit better. So like more like a sort of mid C tier. The Noble S-Stock. Ooh, look at that. Very pretty. Some nice ornamental sheaths as well. Okay, its nice slender shape goes together really nice. Just look at that. They are meant to be like thrusting together. That's like a mid. That's like a low A tier. The Clean Rot sword. Almost every Clean Rot knight has one. Well, every Clean Rot knight has one of these alongside either the scythe or the spear. And you can tell it's a nice complementary weapon. However, if you're gonna use two of them for your main weapons, I'm afraid not. It's not bad looking per se. Like a mid B tier. It just doesn't really stand out that much. It definitely serves well as an assistant, like as something you use with. Now Rogier Rapier, one of the few NPCs that just have like their own weapon. And I mean just like random NPCs out in the world. Although I guess every NPC just uses a unique weapon. But I mean this is like, for all intents and purposes, a regular sword. Like a regular rapier. It's just a really good rapier. Everyone else is just like using like legendary weapons and stuff. This is just a sword. Granted, it's a very nice one. High B tier. Ant Spur. I mean, think of an ant. Has a like the oh so slightest curve. Like such an ever so tiny curve. But however, the real seller, look at those handles. Like how the Inseparable sword, how the shape and like coloring really sold it being in the S tier. I think this is also like a low S tier. The Frozen Needle. Oh wait, you can kind of see through it. That's actually kind of neat. Or at least you can see reflections. It's interesting. I mean, I'm kinda digging like the shape of it. Two of them together. High B tier. The great. Now these are like the great ones, like heavy thrusting swords. A P. A sort of similar thing, although I think I like this moveset more. And that like, it's strong shape and like better like I think better moveset aesthetically. I think this gives it an A tier. Because it just makes you feel cool, these two of them. Now then, the Godskin Stitcher. Now then, with like an R2 like this, you think, oh yeah, it's gonna be great. But, I mean, since you see it like using like such a lot of thrusting attacks and so quickly, it just feels, with like the power stance being so much slower, feels a little bit disappointing. Still, design-wise, like a low B tier. Because now I'm looking at it, they don't go together as well as great as this one does. The Bloody Helix. Ooh. Oh, look at that. It's got that. They got that corkscrew feel. And look at that. He's still holding that one as he flip backwards. Again, yeah. This one really goes well with like the power stance set. So I gotta give that like an A tier. Not high B tier. Just short of A tier. The Dragon Lord's Crag Blade. Ooh. It's a cool sword on its own. Not so much together. You know, that's the nature of the beast sometimes. Low B. Alright, let me catch my breath. Honestly, if I known that the entire list making bit would have taken so long, I would have just done it like this from the beginning. That's how it goes. The curved sword. Honestly, aesthetically, one of the strongest ones in the game. Because it's the curved sword. A curved sword. These inherently feel so cool. Like just this. It's like you're. Like it's not nothing super special, but it feels cool. I think a middle B tier already. More like a middle high B tier. Like the midpoint between like regular dagger and like parrying dagger from earlier. The falchion that you get from like skeletons, it's like a step up. I would put this with the parrying dagger in the high B tier. Like, look at those shapes. Like two halves of one whole. The Shamshir. Ooh, interesting design. They flow. They have just sort of flow to them that I'm liking. I'm a fan. I'd put them B tier. Like, just the midpoint between Scimitar and Falchion. Grossmesser. These are also from skeletons, but from skeletons that only use these things. big, huge, send a message. But maybe a little bit too big. That, and you can tell they're held by a skeleton for ages in a catacomb. So, B tier, but slightly below middle. Bandit's Curved Sword. Also held by skeletons. Also really old and beat up. However, that extreme curve. See that? It really sells the motion. So, I'm going high B tier. The Shoto. Nah, you might as well just start going around picking up crops. It looked neat. Okay, but you know what? I gotta say, together, they really sell the moveset. And they actually have a different moveset. Like, Shotos have different movesets compared to Curved Swords. The other Curved Swords. So it's like a sort of micro weapon class within a bigger one. So these get like a middle B tier. Like mid B. Scavenger's Curved Sword. You find just like one of these out, like Altus Plateau on the cliffside as you climb up like Mount Gelmir. You can tell that old, beat up. They're essentially a worse version of the Bandit's Curved Sword, like aesthetically. Because I gotta tell ya, I ain't a fan of that horrifically beaten up, like chipped away look. That's a low C, maybe even high D. No, yeah, that's a D. The Mantis Blades. The shortest curved sword, but when you charge your R2, the longest curved sword. However, the downside, you're stuck using the short version when power stancing. Doesn't even do it when you do spinning slash. That's a D tier. That's a low D. That's a low D tier even. Very disappointing. The Beastman Curved Sword. Okay, these sell the images quite well. It's like the Bandit. It's like everything the Bandit Curved Sword ever wanted to be, and more. That's like a low A tier right there. The Flowing Sword. Yeah, I mean, when there's one of them, this like bit makes it look cool. But since the power stance lacks that extreme multi-hit flow, it kind of takes away. Although, the positioning of having two of them when doing the flow does look really nice. So you know what? You get high B tier. Serpent God. You find this, I think, like climbing up, like around here. I think it's around here somewhere. Like you get the rune-strewn precipice, and then there's like a pathway leading to like a snake, and there's like, I think this thing's here. I gotta say, it looks a little bit too goofy to be to take seriously one like this. However, just because it's so kind of funny, it gets like a high C tier. Magma Blade. Ooh. I don't like that texture, man. I don't like that texture at all. That is so and almost infuriatingly ugly. That's a D. A high D, but a D tier. All nonetheless. I mean, honestly, this just goes with the Shoto in like mid B tier. Because like the shape is like exactly the same. And sure, you can do this. But I mean, it's like spinning slash where it just puts away the other one. Yeah. Mid B tier. Let's go down first. Listen to the music. As I report the random bot following me. Okay, for those who are keeping track of like the weird social media rat race, Tumblr now has live streaming, which I mean that one focuses on like camera based stuff, so you won't ever see me use it, but that's a thing. Weird and unnecessary, but it's a thing. You know, you just think people with like fly wings. Oh, that's studded. That's funny. I don't know why it makes a sound, but that's neat. I don't like the sound though, so. And the design doesn't help it. So it gets to like a mid D tier where it looks weird, not in a cool way, and it also sounds sort of annoying. Okay. And this is another one I was thinking of. Because look at this. I mean, instant S tier. This is my highest S tier. Like, I'm talking about this beats out, like, the Steeple's Ghost Flame. Like, that black, like, that Death Flame stuff. That's godlike. Unfortunately, Death Blight is, like, a useless status, so. Ooh. Oh no, I don't like how that wrapped before Bigger Blade bit. Mid C tier. Okay, now this is like it if it was better. Still wrapped though, around the hill. I mean, considering where they were, I guess they wouldn't have access to wood to make a hilt. Wait, then wait, where would they get the metal to make a sword though? Questions we don't ask. Either way, B tier. The Flame Blade, which I spent hours farming. It doesn't even look that good. C tier. Beastman's Cleaver. Oh no, that's way too clunky. Oh, and it starts like clipping into each other. That's a low C. Bloodhound Fang. Which you can actually, I think you can do weapon buffs on it. There's like you know, you can buff it. But it feels like almost too thin. Oh, well, I'm liking the reach, though, how long they are. Middle B. Onyx Lord Great Swords. Okay, now, this kind of texture is what the Alabaster Lord should have had. Still not great, but, you know, it's a nice, like, low B. We're still nowhere close. Man. Okay, now we gotta like go like super lightning because like I actually have a thing to do. I vastly underestimated how many stuff there are. Either way. Ugh. D. It has the ugliness has a bit of a draw. C. Ooh. It's like a much better Bloodhound. Like Bloodhound Fang, but like prettier. A. Uchi Katana. I mean, the katanas. What do you want me to say? High B. Nagakiba. Extremely long. Now, okay, this is like almost to a detrimental extent of being extremely edgy. Mid B. Serpent Bone. Look at that. Serrated. Okay, it's serrated on like a weird edge, but like, come on. Together, they look so cool. That's a low A. Meteoric Oreblade. Eh. It had a bit more of that smoother obsidian look. Maybe. High C. Ah, come on. Although, I'm not liking how that inscription just kind of curves into it. What even is that? It's made of glintstone. That does not look like glintstone. Is that why that looks like that, man? E tier. Hugs will probably be happy. I'll tell them that later. No, yeah, that's D tier. That's weird. Rivers of Blood. Unbelievably edgy. But I gotta admit, I think it's cool. High A tier. Low S tier. Okay, now this one's made from the scale of a dragon. I mean, it's got a dragon head back. Whatever that's supposed to be. But the blade itself. The blades themselves kind of ugly. Low C. Melania's blade. I mean, because there's part of her arm, there's not exactly a handle to speak of. But they are really cool. And let's see. No, I think this will go on my back. You know, alone, it's like one of the coolest weapons in the game. Excuse me. Dual-wielded? I'm afraid not. It gets a, mid-B. Because its original coolness is still there. Yeah, I don't know why. It just isn't doing it for me. Mid-B. And I'll admit, the shape of these are just ugly. Let's see. Yeah, and like, what can I talk about the clean rot rapier? This is like one of those where, if you're gonna have multiple weapons in both hands, like weapons in two hands, you might as well only have one of these. Only like, this works as being something you combine with something else. At the very least, if you could like turn it around and have the corkscrew end on one of these point the other way, that'd be nice. Let's see. Ooh, D. Oddly enough, still a D, but I'd actually rank this higher than its regular counterpart. Ah, come on. For like the same reason that Rivers of Blood gets a high ranking despite being incredibly edgy, I gotta give this one props too. Like a mid-A tier. The hand axes. I don't. I'm okay. We're skipping ranking now. I should give my first thought, because we still have way too many. Actually, you know what? We're not even gonna. I'm just gonna skip everything until I see something that'd be interesting. Like either interestingly cool, like pretty or cool looking, or ugly. Ugly. But like oddly, I'm a fan. You know, I thought it looked better. Kind of weirdly disjointed. Oh, I know this won't look good together. Oh. I mean, they're just buffs with lightning, so I mean, they're cool. Although, I mean, okay, so I think they look great. Because like I said, I'm not counting, like, adding buffs to weapons. Only if the weapon can buff itself. And I gotta say, pretty nice. Especially with, like, that sort of low lightning sign you get. Weird, but also kind of cool. Okay, I mean, these are meant to be together. Makes me wish we had, like, a lunging jump attack like they have. And the ability to still breathe fire while having two of these. So big, it's stupid it's kind of like stupid funny. Kind of cool. Oh, the gold makes it look so much better. Honestly, just like disappointingly small. I think it's romantic. stupid, but also stupid in a really funny way. This just makes me wish we could do, like, the weird hand thing they got. Horrifically ugly, and not in a good way. I'm just feeling meh about it. You got your balls and you want to swing them around. Oh, it actually, like, hits the ground. Amusing due to the sound. It's pretty. I can't deny that. And once again, since you keep the other one in your hand when you do that, it's nice. You're just an off-brand gladiator at this point. Now you're actually a gladiator. I like the coloring the rock gives it. It makes it look nice. I still wish it had chains, though. Sort of satisfying in a way, but also, what has skulls like that that's slightly bigger? This. Okay, well, I mean, let's see. Make a judge. See, I prefer the smaller ones. Literally stupidly big. Once again, stupidly and unnecessarily. And like this is like almost the only way you're gonna have two of these. You're a walking brass section at this point. You know, it kind of looks nice like this. If it spun around in your power stance, like when you do charged R2s, I think this could be really cool. It looks a little stupid. And, I mean, most of the spears look fine. Look fine. Oh, this is incredibly long. Kinda like it. We get them extremely long like that. And you're just hitting someone with a spiky stick at this point. If it had more of like you smacking people, because that's like something you can do with that shape, it'd be cool. It's incredibly stupid, but also in a funny way. Yeah, like, this doesn't even look that cool. If this had like the sword from the crystal sword as the tip of the spear, where like that circle is, like starting where that is. Like, it'd be really cool. I'm disappointed you can't use the shield. Serpent Hunter. Oh yeah, that's real clunky. Although, that looks pretty good. I'm also a fan of that. Okay, yeah, that looks cool. Oh, yeah. That's cool. Ah, that's just disappointingly small. Okay, the sort of slicing effect that it has, due to being entirely a blade on a stick, I kind of like. Ooh, if I was holding up, that's fine. Ooh, a little bit too dinged up for me to like. Okay, I know I talked about it being a blade on a stick, but this is literally just a sword with a super long hilt. I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, black coloring with the gold, better. Nah. No, I thought it'd feel better. I thought I'd feel better about that, to be honest. And that was just like the same as like the glaive bit, but cooler since it's a better design. Ooh, maybe if it didn't have the flag around it and I saw the weapon itself. Oh yeah. Better than a regular scythe. Halo 1 is almost a bit too short, and this looks a bit too weird. I mean, it's cool. I can't deny it. I mean, like how the curved swords look inherently cool when put together alongside kind of the twin blades and the katanas. I feel like the whips are like the best example of like feeling sort of inherently cool. If it had more of just like the metal sound, less of that leather whip sound, I feel like it'd be better about it. Alright, I gotta get rid of one of these. I mean, it just feels just like a whip. Ooh. Yeah, but I don't like the look of that. Now, if it had the sound from this, that little at the end, that little clap as it just like all returns to your hand, I'd like that. but since it doesn't, I mean, the fifth weapon, they're just all sort of, you know, duh. Only special one is this, since you can't dual wield them. And that's just kind of stupid. That's really stupid, but in a funny way. Like, I'd give it an A tier just because of how stupid it is. Same thing with the claws. I mean, it's a bow, man. You're not supposed to use. You're not gonna two-hand, or one-hand them. Okay, this though, and I didn't feel that way about the regular crossbows either. I kind of like this, and the cannon has that same feeling, but I like just the bigger look of the ballista. And I mean, these are just stabs. You're not really gonna find anything that interesting. Unless, like, it is itself big, like this. Which, you know, I like that. Ooh. Almost. And like these, they're almost all the same, except like either a small model or light. You can't even tell this one apart. This one, it's almost so small you can't even see it. However, this one has actual particles. They both do, and I kind of like that. And so does Ancient Dragon Chameleon, and I'm a bigger fan of the Dark Red Fire. Then you have your torches, which, I mean, you're not gonna find anything interesting, especially if you're expecting your power stance, because, you know, the torches. However, I think it's steel wire that has it. If you want to be really stupid about it, you can just like do this and immediately just fire breathe. If it didn't like immediately put it on your back, that'd be cool. And then, you know, this one you get a different fire. So that's there if you want it. Then you have Ghost Flame, which is also a different fire, but also inflicts sleep. But once again, there's not exactly a reason you want to have two of them in each hand, or one in each hand. And then as for shields, you're not gonna find a whole lot of them that look real cool together, especially when you start out with the small ones. This one? Okay, I kind of like that. Yeah, okay, no, actually that kind of works. I like that. Definitely not. Now, how come they get to have theirs be so big and we gotta have a small one? And the same thing with the perfume is. How come their version gets to be so big? Oh yeah, it just doesn't. That doesn't work. Oh, okay. I think the one. Okay, now this one you can get more general because of the shape. Oh yeah, I like that. Shape-wise, these ones go great. And yeah, it's still the same shape. Ooh, this one's a bit too small for it. Ooh, but what about these? A little bit bigger would be nice. And once again, these feel too small. Ooh, could double brass shield be where it's at? Maybe. And then once again, back to this shape. Too small. Nah. Nah, that's the same size. Okay, now this could look good. I mean, you're essentially a full turtle at this point. Yeah, when it comes to double shields, you're not gonna find a whole lot that are interesting. Now, once you get to the great shields, you very much do find that most of them, if you're like looking for that wall kind of look, most of them will serve that purpose. Some of them have just like stand out, like this. You're a spike wall at this point. This one, I mean, if you're into weird shapes, being ornate, then you get back to your regular walls, your fancy walls. Okay, the shape of this one is actually pretty unique. Ooh, but I don't think... Oh, that does not look good. The rare exception of them just generally looking fine. And then this one, which I farmed for, like, a bit yesterday to get 2 of them. Not bad. Oh. Too small. Like, these are too small. You have that wall effect, which is ironic, considering they're just absolutely massive on the Crucible Knights. And then, you know, this one essentially just turns you into an actual wall. Ant head. You used to be able to self-damage yourself and just send out the projectile on its own. And why this is considered the Great Shield, I have no clue. Okay, and this one sends a message. Still kind of especially useless to have 2 of them, but like, it definitely sends an image. Same as this thing. But to just quickly recap, Great Shields, mostly they just form a wall, and if you're into that, cool. Standouts include Fingerprint, which turns into an actual wall, and Spiked Palisade Shield, turning into a spiked wall. Medium shields, they really depend. These shapes, like this shape, is the best if you want to sell like a silhouette. The other ones are just a little bit too small. Small shields, almost all of them are way too small to look cool. With the exception of the Pillar Ray Shield, where 2 of these look cool. Torches, don't even think it is. Nah. Seals, Frenzied Flame and Dragon Chameleon have these particle effects that look neat. Stabs, I mean, nothing too special. Unless you're talking about the Azur's staffs, in which case they look kind of cool together. Of course, there's an inherent benefit to these alongside seals, where you can just buff incantations in the offhand. Or ballistas, hand ballista all the way. Double these up, they look cool. Crossbows, nothing interesting. Great bows and bows, come on. Like, don't even at that point. Oh, okay. And, well, uh, weapons you can buff are cool. That's it. Unfortunately, I gotta go, because I was apparently told to do something, but not by the person who actually is supposed to tell me. So, you know, that's how it goes. Either way, most of them are neat, some of them ain't. Bye.